so I didn't see that before, but watch this owl. Let me go forward. That was at 3:24. So the owl actually takes a little while. Oh, I just noticed something else. Hold on. Okay, looks like the little bird cage in the middle of the screen right here. It's about to do something also. Saw it move when I was going through it. There it goes. Okay, so that falls over. But the owl actually falls off here in a second. There it goes. You'll see the owl in the middle. At that point, I'm gonna zoom out here because I'm actually walking by and I heard the owl. Can't see it in the frame anymore, but it's on the ground. So like I said, this is our gift shop here at the hotel. It's 3:28 a.m. I walk in, I see the owl. I also noticed the little disturbance on the right there as well. Trying to figure out what's going on, what made the owl fall. I'm looking at the other figurines and everything else that was disturbed. But I didn't see any issues, so I'm waiting to see if it'll happen while I'm in there. Did. Alright, so that's just something that happened. I've never seen anything really happen much in this gift shop, so I'm going to keep an eye on it.
For some reason, several items fell from the shelves, and eventually, the owner of the store who happened to live above the store heard the noises and went downstairs to check. He assumed there must have been a burglar trying to steal their supplies for an easy resell, but was extremely confused to find nothing. He explained after the event that he felt an eerie feeling in the toy shop that night, but it vanished the next time he entered. Whatever was in there was only a temporary present, but it definitely had a lasting effect on the owner. A vase is an item used by people to hold flowers that have been pulled out of the soil. Because the water allows the plant to still gain nutrients without soil and survive, as well as acting as a stand to keep them looking nice and neat. The man in the following video, Adrian, had just purchased 3 new vases as Valentine's Day was rapidly approaching and he wanted to gift his girlfriend of 5 years as many flowers as possible. To his dismay though, they began to move off camera, which was very strange, so he decided to try and capture it on tape for social media. He set up a camera on the tabletop, aiming at the vases, and left it whilst he scrolled on his phone. It didn't take long for results to come in.
Boy, did you see that? What the fuck? Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. 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 Oh shit. 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 Oh god. Ah shit. Oh. Okay. I should probably just...
Somehow, the biggest vase started to slide across the floor towards the man, and he understandably stood up and ran to another room. Fortunately, though, he managed to catch the movement on camera this time and tell his story to the world without being considered a literal psychopath. In India, a popular form of working out is park gyms, and these are very unique compared to what we use in the West. Instead of working out in a large, sweaty building, these people have equipment set up in parks, and most of these are public use, meaning that the users do not have to spend $30 a month to stay healthy. On a Saturday night, some police were called down to a park, which hosted a gym, because there was suspicion around a potential crime in the area. When they arrived there, they expected to find a criminal trying their hardest to escape, or at least some tracks. What they found instead, though, was beyond shocking. Strangely, one of the pieces of gym equipment started to move by itself, as if someone was working out with it. What made things even more weird was the fact that both sides of the machine were doing this, so either there were two ghosts present that night, or the one had telepathic powers. I guess we will never truly know, but feel free to comment which one you think stands correct down below. William Stone, just your regular American teenager, was convinced that his house was haunted, but unfortunately, his parents refused to believe his tales. Over the past few months of his life, he had constantly been explaining paranormal events to his father, and he was seriously considering sending William to a counselor, desperate to save himself from being deemed insane. Though, William started to run some experiments. His goal was to prove that the spirit haunting him, James, was in fact a legitimate entity, and finally gain the moral support of his loved ones. The piece of footage you are about to see took place during one of his tests, and it was on the more simple side of things. William simply lit up a candle and expected James to move it for him, since the candle was the most frequently haunted thing in the house. This is what happened.
Can you do it one more time? James. One more time. Thank you.
Surprisingly, James actually listened to William and moved the candle not once, but twice. This was highly unexpected because William expected the poltergeist to be camera shy after doing some research, but this did not seem to be the case at all. With his newfound evidence, he went to his father immediately after he arrived home from work and showed the video to him. To his dismay, though, his father called him a liar and said that the video must have been faked with a string or something along those lines. William must keep experimenting, or his goals of being accepted by society may come to a close. If he posts anything else, you will see him again on this channel, so make sure to subscribe. In the following video, Yvonne, an unmarried yet taken woman, was home alone because her boyfriend was out drinking with his friends. He had planned this occasion a good 2 months prior because it was his birthday the weekend after. So despite being annoyed, Yvonne accepted that it was okay for him to leave her for a night. She would not have come to this conclusion if she knew what was going to happen, though. The clock ticked until it reached 4 a.m. and Yvonne was starting to feel sick. Her boyfriend had not come home yet, but did message her that he was okay, just having fun. Still though, she wanted to hug him before going to bed. During the peak of these stress levels, things couldn't get worse. At least that was what she believed to be the case.
I'm shaky.
She started to hear some random sounds from the kitchen and got up to investigate what was going on. Once she was up, a saucer fell from the cupboard, which closed itself up again. Afterwards, and based on the deep breathing we could hear from the microphone, Yvonne did not take this too well. It is in fact explained one day later on her feed that she passed out shortly after releasing her thumb from the record button and woke up 10 minutes later on the floor. She is now okay, and her boyfriend made it home just fine. This was an eventful night for a poor woman, and we can only hope that whatever caused it does not strike her again. The noise of banging is arguably one of the most annoying sounds on the planet. The loudness, the repetitiveness, and the lack of necessity all come together to induce stress into anyone that hears it, especially when it's coming from your own front door. Bilal, a middle-aged man who lived alone, was watching some television in peace when he started to hear some crazy banging from his front doorway. Only when he went to check did he realize that he should have stayed seated.
Pues he escuchado muchos comentarios de la gente, dicen que es un audio, otros dicen que son gatos. Yo espero que sí sean porque pues la verdad yo ya no aguanto esta situación. La única puerta de madera es esta. Se escucha que alguien está golpeteando. Pero no les miento, yo estoy solo aquí, o sea, no hay truco, no hay nadie. No hay nadie detrás de la pared, si es lo que piensan. O sea, no, la verdad no. No me explico esto. No sé qué está pasando. Yo dejé mi puerta cerrada y resulta que está abierta. Por acá. Tampoco. Yo no sé qué pasa de verdad, pero me voy a dormir otro día, no aguanto. Yo no sé qué pasa de verdad, pero
Bilal went outside to investigate the banging noises, and to his dismay, no one was at the front door. Now I can already picture the comments of people saying that this must have been a game of ding-dong ditch or something along those lines, but it was very late. What children are out playing at that time? On top of this, after closing the door after checking for people, the knocking started seconds later, which would have been impossible had it not been a spirit. It was late at night when a couple were fast asleep together. It did not take long for something horrible to intercept their dreams, though. The time was 2 a.m. and Giovanni, the male of the relationship, was struggling to enter deep slumber, unlike his girlfriend, Morgan, who was knocked out. He rolled around for a bit, trying to get comfortable, but just as he succeeded, the most uncomfortable thing imaginable occurred. If If you listen closely, the voice of a woman could be heard, and this was the same voice as the one Morgan had. This made no sense to Giovanni, because his girlfriend was in a deep sleep, so how could she have been by the door? Well, the truth is that she wasn't. Confused, Giovanni pretended that nothing happened and pinned it down to tiredness. But it wouldn't be long before his girlfriend experienced the same thing. One night after this incident at a similar time, both members of the couple were asleep. None of them were having any struggles with their rest, but eventually, Morgan had to use the toilet and rose. This would be the biggest regret of her life. Coming from the bathroom, the voice of Giovanni could be heard, and he was most definitely in the bed when she left. To add on to this, the sound of heavy footsteps started nearing towards Morgan, and she reasonably allowed her body to enter flight mode. However, despite running away, she would still encounter the spirit one last time, except this time around, the couple were in it together.
Ju, acorda. Tá aqui.
Amor?
Vai embora da minha casa agora!
Deixa entrar.
Você não é bem-vindo aqui!
Me deixa entrar. Sou eu.
Vai embora!
Me deixa entrar.
Ele não tá passando. Ele não vai passar. Ele não passa.
Me deixa entrar.
This happened at 3 a.m. on the dot, and it is important to note that this ritual was not set up by either of them, nor did they own the candles. The ritual was designed to stop holy spirits from entering the household, but to allow demons to. The couple had no choice but to evacuate to Giovanni's father's until they could purchase a new place. In the following video, Rasmus, a young Russian man, was woken up late at night by a mysterious noise. The rest of his family were supposed to be fast asleep, so this confused him to a crazy extent, so much that it stressed him out and he wanted some answers. With that said, he rolled out of bed and approached the source of the noise. What happened next was something even he couldn't have predicted if he tried.
Время 2:30 ночи. А мы только начинаем веселиться. Проснулся от стука. Из шкафа. А это одна сторона, левая дверца. Слегка приоткрывается и стучит. Не знаю, видно, не видно.
Somehow, the closet continuously opened and closed until it prompted Rasmus to open it up and see what was happening inside. To his dismay, though, he found nothing except some swinging clothes hangers, which in fairness was weird in its own right. It made no sense how the hangers were swinging because the doors were closed, meaning that no wind or anything of the sort could enter. Some kind of entity was in his closet, and I guess he will never know what. Now, in the last video, we took a look into the life of Isaiah, a middle-aged man who was left home alone one night when some insane stuff happened to him. What occurred in that video is very important to the upcoming clip, so I'll provide a brief summary. In short, his girlfriend was out with her friends, and once she left, all kinds of paranormal stuff started happening around the house. From moving objects to strange noises, Isaiah wasn't given a break until his girlfriend arrived home, and he didn't tell her to protect her from the fear. Surprisingly, once she arrived home, everything suddenly stopped, and Isai was left stunned as to why the hauntings only happened whilst she wasn't present. In order to test this theory, he gave her his debit card and asked her to go and get some Starbucks for them both, to which she was happy and left. It was at this moment that the following piece of footage was captured, and things got weird, to say the least. Like last time, the paranormal activity skyrocketed. From banging noises to objects falling to the ground, Isaiah was greeted with the exact same torment as last time. It was not good whatsoever. When his girlfriend came back for a second time, he made her aware of what was happening, but unfortunately, she was too high to understand what he was talking about. We have not received an update since, but you'll be the first to know once we do, so subscribe. On June the 23rd of 2020, during the beginning of a long coronavirus pandemic, the following CCTV footage was captured. It was taken within a small shop, restocking their toilet paper supplies for obvious reasons. As most of you will know, toilet paper was a rare material during 2020. The store workers expected people to come flooding in to come and purchase some of the paper, but to their surprise, something unexpected came to pay them a visit before the large crowds. Take a look.
Fíjate, es que no hay nadie. Se cae y después sale Tao.
Ya me los pusieron mal.
¿Tú crees que los hayan puesto mal?
No sé qué si solo.
Ahí sale Alicia. Yo no creo que se hayan caído solos.
Pues se cayó solos, o sea.
Strangely, the toilet paper fell from the shelf onto the floor, and the man working in the store was clearly confused by this. The odd thing about this was that the paper had been there for a good 20 minutes without collapsing, and no sudden movement happened next to it. It most definitely didn't occur due to anything natural. They knew that a spirit was in the store, but did not tell a soul in case they lost customers by having a scare factor. The video only came about recently after the store was sold on to a bigger company. James was playing video games late at night and didn't want his parents to catch him. He had a strict curfew for 10 o'clock and was still playing at 1 a.m., which was far later than he should have been. Not that he cared all that much. As long as he didn't talk to any of his friends and kept his headset on so he could hear if his parents were coming for him, he would have been more than okay. But he let his awareness slip for a moment and the worst possible scenario happened. Spoiler, it did not involve his parents. While he was in an intense fight of some sort, the wardrobe slowly creaked open in the background, and he should have been able to hear the noise of it creaking. Due to him failing to catch this, the door slammed before he could do anything about it, and he instantly powered off his console and jumped into bed. Fortunately, his parents bought the idea that he was asleep and walked back out after looking around for a moment. The next day, they told him the story of how they heard a bang upstairs, and James couldn't help but let out a smirk at the thought that they believed him. Well, if they did before, they didn't anymore. He was grounded on the spot. The following video took place on a cold winter night, the weather perfectly aligning with that was about to unfold. Peaceful, yet empty and dark, full of shivers from the cold. It was 2 a.m. when the piece of content was filmed and happened in a large farm field. You may be wondering what a man was doing on these fields late at night. The answer would be that I have no clue. All we can do is guess. What I am aware of, though, is the strange phenomena caught on camera here on that very night, and it happens right here. At the first glance, it is very difficult to understand what was actually strange about this clip. On the surface, it seems like quite a chill location to spend the evening, but trust me, after zooming in, we find out otherwise. 2 minutes and 12 seconds into the video, the figure of a human being could be seen inside the house, which was clearly abandoned. We know this because for the remainder of the video, the creator actually searched the house, and nobody was seen in there. Well, technically, you see, just shortly after entering the building, another unexplainable thing was seen, and this time, it was much more intimidating. Have a watch. Behind the window, eyes could be seen glaring at the creator, and surprisingly, they did not notice a thing until watching the footage back. The eyes become ever more mysterious when you take into account the fact that they vanished out of thin air just moments after appearing. Very peculiar indeed. Most ghost encounters that are covered on this channel are not evil and more spirits trying to annoy their victims. However, every now and then we come across some of the most demonic things captured on Earth, purposefully attempting to harm humans. Unfortunately, this is the type of spirit we are about to discuss. The video happened during the Chinese Ghost Festival, which the creator, Xiao Long, explained to be one of the scariest experiences around. He visited the place that he did in the video because it was known for its haunted activity on this day, and knew that if he filmed there, he would be able to convince people around the world that spirits were real, and the ghosts did not fail to disappoint, perhaps taking things a tad bit too far.
操你妈！
Not only were the stairs sugar-coated in blood, but as Xiao went to investigate what was going on, a large iron plate collapsed, almost hitting him. It is extremely uncommon for an entity of any form to attempt harm on someone from the living world, so Xiao caught something crazy here, although he still wished it wouldn't have happened. This was nowhere near the scariest event of the night, though, and Xiao was moments away from finding out. After running from the room that the prior incident occurred in, he started to hear repetitive knocking, and instinctively followed it until he came across a door. This door seemed normal on the surface, and Xiao was very tempted to see what was on the other side. Did he give in to these temptations? Well, you'll have to watch and find out.
这里边还有走道声。符咒在底下，你妈逼的出来！我操你妈，这里这么臭啊！
Xiao was greeted by a bathtub full to the brim with blood. Understandably, this freaked him out a lot, but due to his kind-heartedness, he went to investigate in case someone was alive and dying in there. To his dismay, something was there, but nothing he could have helped. A hand-like shape was in the blood and vanished just moments after making its appearance. Was this the apparition of a spirit? Let me know what you think in the comments. I know what my answer is. This couple, Harry and Sarah, had been together for 6 months, and since they were entering adulthood, they decided to finally rent out a house together. They agreed to split the rent 60 to 40, with the man paying more. He agreed to this considering he worked full-time while the woman still worked part-time, so it did make sense that he paid most of the bills. Sarah really wanted a pet cat though, so she was in a mood with Harry during this video because he said their dog would hate the creature and it would be stupid to purchase one. However, all grudges would be put aside after what was about to happen to them.
Hello? Oh my god!
Randomly, the sound of the door opening and closing came from down in the basement, and the couple were extremely confused. Sarah came running out of her room to tell Harry off for being annoying, but the last thing she expected to happen, happened. Harry said hello to whatever was causing the banging down there, and to his dismay, it came running up right at him. Immediately after seeing this, Sarah demanded that the basement be locked shut, and said that if she saw him down there again, she'd slap him in a heartbeat. He wasn't going to listen though. In fact, he waited 2 days until the next time he was home alone and had another glimpse down there. 10 minutes after she left, it was action time. Just like the last time, strange noises could be heard, with one of them being the sound of a ball dropping. Harry fancied his chances and walked down the basement steps, though this is when the odd creature chased him again. Since this day, Harry and Sarah have kept the basement door locked at all times, and hear the occasional banging coming from inside there. When they have children, they plan to move out of the home, and for good reason. Sometimes in life, people find themselves in the perfect place at the perfect time. The stars seem